In this video, we'll try to understand how can we mark a method as deprecated. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, you can see that I have a very simple class here called as class 1, and it has a very simple method here called as method 1. And this class 1 is consumed inside this console application here. I have created the object and I'm using the method 1 over here. Now, let's say that you go ahead and you create a new version of this method 1. So let's say you go and create a new improvised version of this method 1 called as new method 1. Now you want to send a message to your developers who are consuming this class 1, saying that do not use method 1, use new method 1. So what we can do here is we can go and use this obsolete attribute here, saying that this method 1 is now obsolete, and use new method 1, right? So if you now go and switch back to your console application, you can see that there is a warning message here saying that the method 1 has been deprecated. Now this warning is great, but this warning does not tell me which is the new method that has been created, right? It just tells me that, okay, method 1 has been deprecated, it is obsolete, but it does not tell me the new method which I should invoke here. So what you can do here is you can go and define an explicit warning message here saying that use new method 1, right? And now if you go and move your mouse here, now it is telling, okay, this method is deprecated and please use new method 1. Now let's say you want to go one step ahead. You don't want this to be a mere warning, but you want it to be an error. So in other words, you don't want developers even to call this method 1, you want them to change this method 1 to new method 1. You want to force them. So in other words, you don't want this to be a mere warning, but this should be an error, right? So what you can do here is you can go and say that this method, which is obsolete, should be treated as an error. So what will happen now is, if you see now, it is now an error, okay? So if anybody tries to build this, he will get an error saying that this method is obsolete and use new method 1, then only you will be able to proceed ahead. So the time I go and say this is new method 1, I should be able to compile it. No warnings, no errors. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. In this video, we were trying to understand how we can mark a method as deprecated. Thank you so much.